Hi, this is Brady with our thought for the day. Big rocks. A professor stood in front of his high-powered, overachieving college class and said, "All right, students, pop quiz." Then he got out a wide-mouthed mason jar and produced about a dozen fist-sized rocks. He filled the jar all the way to the top and then asked the class, "All right, class, is the jar full?" "Yes," they replied, and the prof said, "Oh, really?" Then he pulled out a bucket of pea-sized gravel and filled the jar, shaking it until the gravel went all the way throughout the nooks and crannies. And he asked the class again, "Is the jar full?" They, catching on, said, "Probably not." "Good," he said as he pulled out another bucket, this time filled with fine sand. He poured that into the jar, shook it all the way down until it filled all the nooks and crannies again. Then he asked, "Is the jar full?" "No!" shouted his class. "And good," the professor responded. He pulled out a final bucket, this time filled with water, and he poured it in the jar all the way to the top and then screwed on the lid. Then he turned to the class and said, "All right, class, what's the point?" One eager beaver student raised his hand and said, I know. No matter how full your schedule is, you can always cram more things into it." "No," the professor replied. "The main point is this: if you don't fit the big rocks in first, you'll never get them in at all." What are the big rocks in your life, in mine? This illustration, shared by author Stephen Covey, invites us to consider what are the big things, the priorities that absolutely come first, those things in our life that we have to make space for above all else. For Jesus, the big rocks in his life appeared to be his Father's will and people. These were his main priorities, and they came before all else. As a result, when Jesus' schedule was interrupted by people with real needs, as in Mark chapter 5, Jesus, listening to his Father's will, could drop everything and respond immediately with grace and power, and wonderful things happened. What are the big rocks in your life today? If God is, and people are, God's wonderful things can and will still happen today through you. Big rocks. That's our thought for the day. Thanks for watching.